Blackwater Elite recently parted ways with guard Michael Di Gregorio in a trade with the TNT Katropa, where they acquired the services of Brian Eruela. Well, the team was not done making moves just yet, as they were involved in another swap, this time with the Meralco Bulls. Blackwater sent Alain Maliksi and Raymar Jose to the Bulls in exchange for Mike Tolomia, Nino Cañaleta, and a couple of second-round picks. Big movements coming from the Blackwater Elite as they parted with three players who, two of them were key in their success, in Alain Maliksi and Mike Di Gregorio. All of these switches actually, making it a little bit tougher for Blackwater to contend here in the Governor's Cup.
Well, absolutely, but they did stockpile on assets for the next few drafts, so let's see whether or not they will pan out. And for the Meralco Bulls, already paying dividends with that trade. Alain Maliksi doing very well in his debut for them. While the TNT did get a new guard in Mike Di Gregorio, they will temporarily lose one of their reliables in Jason Castro. The Blurs suffered a calf injury that forced him an early exit from their game against the NLEX Road Warriors. Castro is expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks.
Ouch.
And while this is bad news for TNT, it's also bad news for Gilas Pilipinas, as the previously hailed best point guard in Asia might have to miss the entirety of the Southeast Asian Games this December. Now, obviously a big blow to Gilas Pilipinas, but we wish Jason Castro all the best. That will be a tough injury to recover from, but it's good that it's just a strain. Could have been worse, considering that it's so close to the actual Achilles.
The tough part of that is that the TNT Katropa are playing so well with him at the helm right now. He is playing spectacular basketball, and the problem was that they traded away his main backup in Brian Eruela. I'm sure that, it would have been tough to foresee this actually happening, but Mike Di Gregorio is not a pure point guard. It remains to be seen what kind of team TNT can come up with in their upcoming games as we head on to the tail end of the elimination round. The Northport Batang Pierre will also be missing a key piece to their puzzle, as Robert Bolick suffered a knee injury in Northport's victory against the San Miguel Beermen. Bollock had an MIR procedure done but will be seeking a second opinion. However, in social media, team owner Mikey Romero revealed that Bollock will be undergoing surgery and is expected to be sidelined for a couple of months. I was actually doing that game for PBA Rush, and it came after a collision with Dez Wells. A foul was called, but Robert Bolick tried to plant his leg, and there was a bit of buckle there, as you saw on the replay. It's, things like this, non-contact knee injuries are always the scariest types of injuries you can have in basketball.
Absolutely, but it's nice to know that he is now on the road to recovery. We wish all the best to Robert Bolick. He has been one of the stars in Gilas Pilipinas' run in the FIBA Basketball World Cup and has been a star for his team in the PBA as well. So all the best, Robert. Hopefully we see you on the hard court again. But we're not done there yet. Unfortunately, it was a tough week for injuries, as even imports had their share. In their game against the Meralco Bulls, San Miguel import Dez Wells accidentally stepped on the foot of Chris Newsom and hurt his ankle. The import was still able to finish the first half, but did not see action in the second, as San Miguel had to play all Filipino the rest of the way. Now, Carlo, I was covering this game, and when you saw Dez Wells go down, you had to feel for him, because he did try to battle it out, be the soldier that he is, and finish the entirety of the first half. He did so, but in the second, the management, and himself, I'm sure, decided that it was no longer worth it to push it. And according to the reports given to us at the venue, he was icing his ankle the entire time. So again, all the best to Dez Wells.
I'm sure it was mostly about adrenaline for Dez Wells, as he was able to still will himself back into the ball game. But at that stage, they were being dominated by the Meralco Bulls, and SMB pulled the plug on Dez Wells because there are far more important games up ahead for them. Big men ruled the hard court over the past week, as San Miguel's Junmar Fajardo and Meralco's Raymond Almazan were hailed as the PBA Press Corps Signal Players of the Week. Fajardo helped the Beermen take down Colombian Jeep with 19 points and 13 rebounds, while Almazan also powered Meralco past Blackwater with 19 points and 10 rebounds. They were matched up against each other, with Almazan's Meralco Bulls coming out on top, but still really good performances coming from those big men. as they are our co-players of the week.
Well, for Junmar Fajardo, he was the lone bright spot for San Miguel Beermen in their last 2 losses. And especially against the Meralco Bulls. And Raymond Almazan actually had a great poster in that game towards the end there, dunking all over Arwin Santos and bring the house down, even though the result was already done. So well-deserved for both of them.
But you know what? As our PBA teams are siding with wingmen as imports, I think there will be more opportunities to shine for all of the big men like Almazan, like Junmar Fajardo. So other big men may end up being crowned as our players of the week sometime soon. That is it for your first 5, but don't go anywhere. Shoot Around. We'll be right back.